Hello and welcome to this brief tutorial to discover Baga River. So we will be using Blender 4.2, although more recent versions will obviously work. First of all, we will install Baga Pi and Baga River. It's important to know that Baga River is an extension of Baga Pi. You can think of it that way. It's a geopack file. Therefore, if you don't already have Baga Pi, you go to your preferences, get extensions. You search for Baga Pi and you set it up. That's all. Once installed, you go to your add-ons. You go to Baga Pi. Open the Geopack tab. If you have just installed Baga Pi, click on Set Pack Location. It will simply indicate where Baga Pi will store the files. We will set up Baga River. Select the Geopack file that you downloaded. Import Geopack. It may take a few seconds. Baga River is installed. If we open it, we have general information with the link to Discord. And here we have all the modifiers. That is to say, the presets that are included in Baga River. We can close. Return to Blender, press V. Here we have all the installed geopacks. We will select Baga River. Here we have our 4 presets and a default river if we want to create our own presets or create our own river. I will select Desert. Baga Pi has switched to edit mode. We will switch to the top view. And now we can draw our river. There, I was way too close. Keep in mind that the river is about 40 meters wide. I step back. I increase my curve. And there, I have my river. By default, the display is somewhat optimized. You can switch to cycles or to EV. In my case, I will go to cycles. On the right, you will find all the elements that make up the river. So you can see individually each of the scatter layer that are on the river. If the river is a bit heavy for your computer, feel free to open a layer and disable its visibility in the viewport. At the top, you have Global Optimization. It will automatically display only a certain percentage of the assets. This can be very useful if you don't want to go layer by layer. In itself, regarding the presets, there isn't much more to say. I'll let you enjoy and modify them. To see a bit more in detail, we'll start with the default preset. I press V, Baga River, and we'll select New River. Again, I switch to the top view. I draw a first curve. I generally advise you to have completely flat curves if only to keep the water shader realistic, but you can certainly add volume to your terrain. By default, we have 5 tabs. Remesh defines the surface resolution. The more you increase it, the longer it will take to compute. It allows you to play with material displacement. Below, the surface UVs. River profile corresponds to the terrain profile. The first 2 parameters manage the start and end of the slope that make up the river. We have the bottom. The closer I bring it to the top, the steeper the riverbanks will be. And the top, which defines the height of the river. There is a noise effect on the river, it's normal. If you go to the Terrain tab, you can change the frequency of this noise by increasing or decreasing it. You can also change its intensity. It's also here that you will define the width of the terrain. Let's return to the profile. River depth is the depth of the water. Ground height is the height of the terrain at the river's edge. Land height is the height of the borders of our terrain. And land profile defines how the terrain near the river is shaped. And below, we set the terrain material. If you put the material here in the properties, it won't display. You need to place it here. But anyway, I advise you to display it in duplicates, if only to edit it easily. Next, we have the water tab. We simply assign the water material. And finally, we have the scattering layer. By default, it is empty. Here, I have prepared two collections, one for the trees, one for the rocks. I go to Asset, Collection, and I'm going to place my trees. I will lower the density. Below, I have min distance, which defines the minimum distance between the assets. If the collision is not an issue, set min distance to 0. On the right, the random for distribution. Below, this is the most important part. It's the mask. The mask will define how the assets are distributed in relation to the river. There is multiple masks. A mask can be inverted or shifted using the offset. You can test them to see what each one does. For example, Waterline will place the assets along the river bank, underwater, only in the river, and terrain border distance will be very useful for placing the assets only on the edges of the terrain. Below we have a standard transform. The random rotation, the offset of the assets, and the random scale. An effect that can be useful to add realism is to activate the texture. Quite simply, a texture is generated to remove assets. You can increase its scale or decrease it. It's very similar to the scatter system in Baga. And at the very bottom, in optimization, you can display the objects as bounding box or display only a small part of the objects. Obviously, in the rendering, these parameters will be disabled. Now, I want to add a layer. For that, you need to open the geometry node editor. There's no need to master the geometry nodes at all, really. Here we have our layer, which corresponds to this panel there. We can see that they are linked. I am going to minimize my panel. I am going to duplicate my layer, and by duplicating it, it created a new layer for me. We connect it here, and there at the output, I have my new layer. And here I am going to give it my rocks. Remember to change the seed. Here I am going to shift my texture. And there I created a new layer. You can create as many layers as you want. You just have to duplicate the node layer. To change its name, here, you go into the node properties, and here you name it as you wish. Now, if we want to save this river preset, we are going to click on Save as GeoPack modifier. A panel opens. In this part, we will make a selection of the pack that will be used to save our preset settings. As a reminder, the pack is what we installed at the very beginning. Baga River is a pack. I'm going to add this preset in Baga River. There aren't many things to do, you just have to name it. Then go to Settings and replicate its configurations. The active object is not needed. So Baga will create a new object, which will be a curve. We will switch to drop mode. We keep a curve and we will base it on the 3D cursor. These operations in usage correspond to pre-configured actions that Baga executes when a preset is called. Okay, the modifier has been added. If I go into my preferences, in Baga River, in my modifiers, here you can see that there is my preset. If needed, you can add an icon or modify its information and usage. In the information, the only important detail that cannot be modified is the name of the preset. Obviously, you can always delete it here to save it again right after. That's all. I hope you have fun with this little somewhat amusing tool.